I can boast by mercy that part of the reason why I'm enjoying God's grace today is because someone labored on my behalf, and that is my mother. Sometimes there is a way I will meet with some kind of issues of life. I say, the God of my mother intervened. He will show up. Because I saw my mother labored for the Lord. I saw her under the rain preaching the gospel. What I will never forget the most was when we were confronted with Fulani herdsmen in Kaduna those days. We left for Sharia war. Every one of us thought we were going to die. So we entered a particular barrack. I will never forget. As a child, the psychological reality is still there. My mother dropped my sister, the one I senior directly. She was a baby there. She carried my phone and was preaching and said, all of you can see we don't have any time now. We can die. You can see what happened in the other barrack and the other barrack. Every one of us might die by bomb. Can you give your life to Jesus? I saw her preaching even in the face of death. When the people now invaded that place, my mother still was running and was preaching and left me behind. How I got to find them is a story for another day. She was keen about the kingdom, not about her children. So those labors, even though I said, I'm tired of prayer, God will say, Angel Michael, don't mind this boy, because of the mother. There was a day I was to go for a particular program. I did not ask God to go. That program, if I had gone there, would have been wasted. My mother called me around 4 a.m. and said, my son, I said, Mom, say, are you going somewhere so please? I said, yes. He said, this is what I see. Don't try and go. Imagine if my mother did not labor. God was looking at me and said, this boy, your stubbornness is too much. I would have not allowed you to just go and die and come up to heaven. But because of your mother, God now leave me that you should come and talk to. Went to my mother and tell her, I don't want that your stubborn son. Let him not go there. I'm not sending him. And my mother called me and was warning me. So why will God leave me and go to my mother? The reason why God will consider me is not just because of my labor. And I'm laboring my own. Oh, you're not with me. Oh, as a mother, as a father, labor for your children in the spirit. Day will come, God will consider it. The Bible says, serve the Lord at the days of your youth. Because evil days are going to come. When that day you might not have the ability to talk, God will not consider all the labors in the days of your youth and you to defend you in the days of trouble. Call upon me in the days of trouble. I will answer and deliver thee. It is for those who have labored beforehand. The Bible says, gather unto me my servant. Psalm 50 verse 5. Especially those that come to me by sacrifice. Many are called, but few are chosen. It's those that have got a covenant with God by sacrifice. The question is, what sacrifice do you have in the spirit? Remember me. Based on what? What should we look at now to consider you? We have checked in the spirit. Angel Michael, this girl have been crying for long, but we helping him. Let us check. What do we consider? Check the great grandfather. He killed 10 virgins, sir. Okay, what of the second father? Oh, that one married 5 wives. Okay, what of the father? The father was a robber, a notorious Yahoo boy. Okay, what of him? Let's check him. That one, he wasted all his youthful age in the school doing courtism. So how do we help him now? Is either God remembers you by your labor or labor of your hero's past, or he remembers you by mercy. The question I want to ask you is that you have a labor, a memorial that God can consider, an edifice in the spirit, that even when you depart perpetually in this side of the divide, that God can consider, even when your children are going astray, God will look upon that labor and say, because of this thing your mother did, because of this thing your father did, I will consider. The Bible said the Israelites were in captivity for 430 years. When they begin to grow, the Bible said they are grown in rich unto God. And God considered the labor of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob and remembered them, not because of anything, but because of the labors of their heroes past.